Hey, what's up guys, it is RB and Hardware. In today's video, we're looking at the top 3 best budget 1440p gaming monitors in 2022. Now, I recently made a video covering the top best 1080p screens below $200, so in case you're interested, you can find that video linked up down below. In this video, we'll be focusing on the best 1440p picks around $300 to $400, which is definitely more of the budget range, but for $300 you can get your hands on a really nice monitor, not just for gaming but for productivity as well, if you know what to look for. And I'm gonna do my best here to help and guide you to your next monitor purchase in today's video. All monitors on today's list offers great color reproduction and deep levels of black, but perhaps more importantly, high refresh rate with rapid fast response time for fast-paced shooters, and all monitors also offers screen tear prevention for the best possible gaming experience. Now, before we dive into the list, in case you do find anything you would like to check out, you find every product mentioned below. As a bonus, I will be leaving my own personal thoughts and my final recommendation at the end of the video. With that said, let's jump right into the video and let's start with my first recommendation. This one is coming from LG and it's called 27GL83A. This is a 1440p monitor at 27 inches, which is perfect for this resolution. Now 1440p offers lots more detail compared to 1080p, and combined with 27 inches gives us a PPI or pixels per inch of 108, which is considered to be a really nice sweet spot. Moving on, the monitor has a rapid fast 144Hz refresh rate at 1 millisecond. Now keep in mind, in order to enjoy the smoothness, you need a GPU capable of outputting at least 144 FPS at any given moment at 1440p. Now, in case you're curious what kind of GPU will be needed to reach such a FPS, I actually have a budget GPU buyer's guide linked up down below. Let's talk about the display. So LG has fitted the GL83A with a nano-based IPS panel, the same kind of technology LG uses in their award-winning nanocell TVs. So basically you can expect everything to look fantastic on this display. Now anyway, in case you're not up to speed with the available panel types, here is a fast recap. So basically there are 3 types of panels to keep track of: VA, IPS and TN. Now TN has for the longest time been the best budget go-to simply because of its fast response time. However, lately VA and IPS have catched up to levels where they nowadays are perfectly suitable for fast-paced competitive shooters as well. Now, although TN is known for having the fastest response time, it does lack a bit of color depth, viewing angle performance and contrast ratio. IPS on the other hand offers stellar viewing angles and colors, but can often fall victim of so-called IPS glow. Lastly, VA offers fantastic contrast ratio on black levels, but is often considered to be the slowest among the 3. And things like ghosting are unfortunately known phenomenons on the VAs, which can make the image look washed out, and it can also make all kinds of blur in the image, which obviously can be quite annoying, especially when gaming. Honestly, I prefer IPS because they typically offers the best viewing angles as well as colors, and typically beats both VA and TN in this department. And nowadays they're also perfectly up to speed to compete with TN panels, and so in my opinion there's really no reason to pick a TN display anymore. But with that all being said guys, let's keep going. So the LG 27GL83A also fully supports AMD FreeSync variable refresh rate, and it's also certified by Nvidia to support VRR, so even demanding AAA titles will run nice and smooth without annoying screen tearing. The stand supports the monitor well with only minimal wobble thanks to the wide footprint, and in terms of adjustment it does everything except swivel, and it also has VESA support if you would like to mount the monitor on the wall. Amazon also offers the monitor through their renewed program, where you can have the monitor for just $320, and that is basically the LG. Let's move on to my second recommendation, the Gigabyte M27 Q, which is also a 27-inch 1440p monitor, but with more focus on esports gaming. For refresh rate, we find a rapid fast 170Hz display, and the panel type is once again IPS, which means that viewing angles and colors will look just amazing on this display. Keep in mind you need a GPU powerful enough to push such high frame rate, but again, for more esport-like games, you don't need a GPU monster. Anyway, the response time is also amazing, coming in at just 0.5 milliseconds. Thankfully, screen tearing is also a non-issue on this monitor thanks to AMD FreeSync and G-Sync compatibility. And as for ports, we find two USB 2.0 ports, a display port, as well as a couple of USB 3. The screen also supports HDR 400, although guys, don't be fooled here. Typically, for HDR to be worth it, the monitor has to support something called local dimming and high enough peak brightness, and that is unfortunately something that the Gigabyte monitor lacks. However guys, this shouldn't be considered a deal breaker, as true HDR monitors are much more expensive. In terms of ergonomics, the stand is very versatile. We find height, pivot, tilt and swivel, so you basically got everything you can possibly ask for. To sum things up guys, the M27 Q pretty much beats any 1440p gaming monitor currently at its price range, thanks to fantastic viewing angles, rapid fast 170Hz display, quick response time and great contrast. What is cool is that it also works great for productivity, as it has a wide color gamut and an sRGB mode. And so if you're looking for the ultimate 1440p budget monitor, you're gonna be more than happy with the M27 Q from Gigabyte. Let's move on and talk about my final recommendation, the S2721DGF from Dell. Now this monitor is considered to be the best 1440p monitor in its class, and the reason is pretty simple. Let me explain guys, but let's start with the general specs. So this is once again a 27-inch 1440p monitor with an IPS display that delivers wide viewing angles. The stand is fully adjustable with height, swivel, tilt, as well as VESA support. It has a remarkable response time and it supports up to 165Hz refresh rate, resulting in clear motion with almost no noticeable blur behind fast moving objects, regardless if you're gaming on a high-end PC or let's say a Series X or a PS5. It has a 1 millisecond low input lag for a responsive gaming experience, so you never have to miss a beat. For screen tear prevention, we find both AMD FreeSync as well as G-Sync compatibility, so regardless if you have a GeForce or a Radeon based GPU, you never have to worry about annoying screen tear when gaming. So now guys, you might be asking, which of these three monitors should you pick? Well, as I kinda mentioned before, it all comes down to personal preference and needs. Now, if you plan on mostly playing esport-like games, I would say consider the Gigabyte monitor, as it has the fastest refresh rate. On the other hand, if colors and ergonomics are more important, I would consider the Dell or the LG monitor. On the personal level, I lean more towards the Dell monitor, and that is because I don't really play as much esport games. Ergonomics is something that I care about, as I'm spending most of my days in front of the computer. Dell also always delivers high quality displays with fantastic pixel guarantee and warranty, and that is something that I value quite high as well. Now, if you found this video helpful, leave a thumbs up with any questions you might have, and I will catch you guys in the next video.